Yo, what's good, gang? It's your boy Des Reacts, man, back with another great reaction video. In this one, we got the UK Special Forces hostage rescue in Afghanistan, September of 2009. This is about the Special Boat Service, the SBS. So, this is gonna be pretty crazy, man. There's a hostage rescue. I don't know too much about the Special Boat Service, just from, little bits and pieces of it, because, it's limited stuff on these dudes, man. These dudes apparently are some of the best, so we're gonna see what they got for us, man. We checked out like one of the SAS in Afghanistan yesterday. That was pretty crazy. But man, if you guys enjoy my content, man, please smash that like button. Leave a comment on other videos you guys might want to see, or just say like your thoughts on this video. You guys got me to almost 2.9 thousand subs, man. I can't wait till we hit that 3,000 goal. You guys are killing it, man. Really appreciate you guys, man. It's all love from my end. But yeah, man, I'm on the verge of getting permission to do the greatest raid of all time. So I'm still gonna checking in on that. I know you guys still want that one, man. I'm trying my best to get it and do it legitly. So yeah, man, thanks for hanging in there with me. I rock with you guys a lot, man. Really appreciate it. But yeah, man, let's get it. Live it forevermore. SBS hostage rescue in Afghanistan. Hope you guys are having a great week, by the way. If you want to support the channel, you can. Link right here. My bad.
In early September 2009, British journalist Stephen Farrell and his Afghan interpreter Mohammed Minardi travelled to Kunduz province in northern Afghanistan. The purpose of their visit was to investigate an American airstrike conducted on the 4th of September that targeted 2 fuel tankers being used by the Taliban. Despite repeatedly being advised not to visit Kunduz province due to the security situation, the journalist and interpreter pressed on with their trip, and it was whilst they were carrying out their investigation on the 5th of September that they were ambushed by armed men affiliated to the Taliban. Stephen Farrell, who had previously been kidnapped in Iraq in 2004, recalls, "The Taliban arrived and forced us to wade across this river to the far bank at gunpoint. I reached the other side of the river and was immediately bound, my hands behind my back, and blindfolded very badly. They then transferred me and Minardi to a waiting car and drove into the dusty back roads."
Bruh, see, I don't understand why. Like, I understand they're trying to do their job, man. They probably have a passion for reporting. These journalists were trying to, get into everybody's business and investigate an authorized airstrike from the US military. And look at where it got them, man. It got them deep in enemy territory, man. So now, they have to call the UK or USA Special Forces to come and rescue them, because they're citizens. And they just put themselves in this situation, man. It's freaking crazy. Let me know what you guys think, man. Are some of these reporters, you think they just go too far? Like, you think they need to be investigating everybody's, military strike business? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think.
For 4 days, they drove us around, sometimes with masked and turbaned motorcycle outriders and escort who had rocket-propelled grenades sticking out of backpacks in full daylight. At night, they drove with headlights full on, as they moved us from house to house, at least 3 different buildings a day. Several hours after their kidnapping, the British government was made aware of the situation, and soon British intelligence services were scouring through the Kunduz region in the search for the 2 men.
Yeah, so that's why the Taliban was moving them house to house, constantly moving every single day, because they know, the Allied forces, the UK, the USA, they know that we have, essentially like unlimited resources to find them, like all the best equipment, satellites, you name it, man, we got it. So it's like they just have to keep moving them around. So we'll see what the SBS does.
Fortunately, it was not long before a breakthrough was achieved when, on the 8th of September, an intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance aircraft identified a small farmhouse in the Chardara district of Kunduz province, which Farrell and Minardi were being held in. Following the identification of this farmhouse, a combined British, American and Afghan task group which had been on standby since the 5th of September, was raised to high alert to carry out an immediate operation to free the 2 hostages. For this operation, the task group was centered around a ground element, which was split into 2 groups. The first was an assault team drawn from the Special Boat Service, whilst the other group was a support contingent comprising of a detachment of Afghan soldiers and elements of the 1st Battalion, the Parachute Regiment, or the Special Forces Support Group. In addition, 3 American Chinook helicopters from the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment were tasked with airlifting these ground troops into the objective, whilst additional aerial assets were to be on hand to provide air support if it was needed.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool if you really think about it, man. Like how well, the US and the UK militaries work together, This is definitely a UK based operation, but, it looks like the USA, was like, hey, we got for your specific task force for the SBS, we got 3 of our Chinooks on standby, and those Chinook helicopter pilots are specifically designed for the special forces engagements, so they know what they're doing. They'll get them in and out at night or day. So man, that's pretty awesome, and that happens a lot where the like Afghani army or military would help out like the special forces units, like their little commandos.
Unfortunately, details on the type and number of support aircraft earmarked for the operation have not been disclosed to the public, although it is known that at least 1 MQ-9 Reaper drone was assigned to the task group to provide overwatch on the compound.
And if you guys don't know what those Reapers are, they're obviously they're a drone, but the dude that controls them and shoots them, like the missiles, bro, it's like a Predator missile. Like they could control it. It's laser guided, or I'm pretty sure they can manually control the missile too. Pretty crazy.
With this force stood ready to deploy at a moment's notice, the British intelligence services continued to monitor the situation of the hostages, and it was at some time on the 8th of September that reports were received indicating that the Taliban intended to move Stephen Farrell and Mohammed Minardi to a new location in western Pakistan. Based on this information, the British Defence Secretary Robert Ainsworth and the Foreign Secretary David Miliband briefed Prime Minister Gordon Brown on the latest intelligence updates, and on the night of the 8th of September 2009, the rescue operation was given the green light to begin. A short while later, at an undisclosed airbase in Afghanistan, the British and Afghan ground troops loaded up onto the 3 American Chinook helicopters and took off for the target compound.
Here we go.
Flying through the night, the task group arrived over the objective in the early morning hours of the 9th of September, where, almost immediately, enemy small arms and RPG fire began to be received. Despite the weight of this enemy fire, the American Chinook pilots held their aircraft steady, and with their rear ramps down, made their approach into the landing zone, after which the SBS assault team and the support contingent disembarked to secure the farmhouse.
Yeah, man, that's gotta suck. Like, I don't know if they did this raid at nighttime. I don't know if it told us that, but like, even if it was nighttime or daytime, it sucks that they don't have the element of surprise. The Taliban was obviously expecting a response to like the kidnapped Americans and British journalists. Like they expected a response. They know special forces are gonna come, so they're already on edge. And as soon as the helicopters came, they started shooting like RPGs and small arms at it. So that's pretty crazy, bro.
One of the first men out of the Chinooks was Corporal John Harrison, a paratrooper of the 1st Battalion, the Parachute Regiment, of the Special Forces Support Group. As soon as his aircraft had made landfall, Corporal Harrison led his men out and into the combat zone, where, within 10 seconds of leaving the helicopter, he was sadly hit by an enemy bullet and killed instantly.
Oh my god,
no! An investigation into the operation later determined that it is more likely than not that the bullet came from an insurgent weapon, taking into account the type of operation, the known location of enemy forces compared with the location of friendly forces, and the trajectory of the bullet that killed John. It is more likely than not that the round was a 7.62mm round, commonly used by insurgent forces.
Man, RIP, man. Bro, that sucks, dude. First 10 seconds off the plane, you get shot, man. That's how quick it could end. And if you guys don't know, man, 7.62 rounds, those things are lethal. Those things could shred you for real. Like that's what they used in like World War II, you know, with the heavy rifles and stuff. Like they use 7.62 rounds. And those things could take off your legs and stuff, bro. Like that's how quick it could end. Man, RIP. Let's hope they get these bastards, bro.
Whilst medics tended to Corporal Harrison, the rest of the task group pressed on to the objective, with the joint British-Afghan support contingent establishing a security cordon around the target to prevent any Taliban reinforcements arriving into the operational area. Simultaneously, the SBS assault team moved forward under heavy fire to secure the farmhouse itself. On reaching the compound, elements of the team breached through the front door and cleared the building, whilst other elements made their way around the flanks to secure the perimeter, during which they stumbled across Stephen Farrell, who, just minutes earlier with Mohammed Minardi, had escaped from the room they were being held in. Stephen Farrell later recounted, "Vague sounds coalesced into northern British vowels. One voice was urging someone to get a ladder up over the wall and into the compound we had just left. Pressing my face down as low as I could, I screamed, 'British hostage, British hostage,' and flashed a light once, very briefly, to tell them the direction. I heard a voice say something like, 'British hostage, approach me with your hands in the air and lie down on the ground.'
Dang.
I complied, dropping my camera bag and all its contents. As I lay on the ground, I gave my name and newspaper I worked for, and pointed to where Minardi was lying behind me, telling them I thought he had been shot."
Bro, can you imagine, man? So first of all, these journalists, man, are scared to death, bro. Like they know what they signed up for. They knew they're gonna be in a battle zone. But you can never probably prepare for getting captured. You know what I mean? Like you just don't expect it. So he got captured, bro, and you know who knows how they're treating him. Probably weren't feeding him well, treating him well. They probably, you know, hurting them, whatever. And then a firefight goes off, and you know all the chatter of the Taliban, you know, languages that you don't know start to die down, and all of a sudden you start hearing, you know, a familiar sound, man, English. You start hearing the UK accent, you know. So I know this American was super happy, or not, sorry, not American. I know this British man was super happy to hear some other British soldiers, or the British soldiers coming to save him, man. Like, and then he got scared to death when, you know, they said, come out, you know, put your hands up, British hostages, blah, 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 you know, because they're taking no chances at this point. You know, there's some traitors out there. There's some white people, you know, black, and I don't know about black, but I just know I've seen some white, like U.S. citizens, UK citizens that joined the Taliban and stuff. So, you know, they have to be cautious and point their guns at him just in case. And he had a bag, you know what I mean? So, man, pretty crazy.
During their escape from the farmhouse, Mohammed Minardi had run ahead of Stephen Farrell and had been cut down by gunfire. Unfortunately, it isn't known who fired the fatal shots, but what is known is that when the men of the Special Boat Service reached Farrell's position, they were able to confirm that Minardi had succumbed to the wounds he had sustained, and due to the intensity of the firefight and the risk of the rescue force sustaining further casualties, his body could not be recovered. Subsequently, after Stephen Farrell had been safely secured, the SBS team extracted itself out from the target building and withdrew back to the Chinooks, after which the rescue force got airborne once again and flew out from the region.
What you guys think? Do you guys think the SBS soldiers killed the other reporter? You know, I think it's highly possible because they said something about he ran out, you know, like ran out into the fire or something like that. And they probably mistook him for an insurgent or something and smoked him, man. It's one of those situations, dude. Like, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Like, while there's a firefight and you won't, especially with like a military, like, just, you know, keep your head down, try laying down, you know what I mean? You know they're not gonna shoot missiles or nothing or throw grenades like when they know there's hostages there. So, man, what you guys think? Let me know in the comments.
Later that day, on the 9th of September 2009, Prime Minister Gordon Brown announced the results of the operation to the British public, many of whom reacted strongly to the passing of Corporal John Harrison, who had laid down his life to save 2 individuals who had ignored strong warnings to not visit Kunduz province. Former British Army officer Tim Collins stated that Stephen Farrell had a big thank you to give to the people who gave their lives to make up for his mistakes. These soldiers were doing their job, but I would say Stephen Farrell would be wise not to crow too loudly about his experience, because his incompetence has cost a life. Unfortunately, in journalism, you do come across people who believe they're infallible.
Right, and it's facts, man. Like, people, I'm sure, I don't know, I'm not part of the UK, people or nothing, but I guarantee you, this dude, I guarantee you, everybody he's probably public enemy number 1 for a little bit. Like, oh, sorry, like he had no business being inside that province, investigating an American airstrike. Like, the reason why, so I guarantee if it was a U.S. hostage, it would probably been a U.S. Special Forces team going, but it's a British hostage situation. So, the British Special Forces came, and they shouldn't even been there. Like, this dude should still be alive, happily retired, with his family or something right now, man. And it just sucks, dude. And the reason why he said it'll be wise not to crow too loudly, he's basically saying, don't write books about it. You better not profit off of this, because you're going to get serious backlash and no one likes you. You know what I mean? So it's pretty crazy. Stuff like movies are made out of.
Reflecting on the loss of Corporal John Harrison, his commanding officer commented that he cared deeply about his work, and more deeply still about those he commanded and served alongside. He was an unflinching and inspirational man with a deep, deep pool of courage, who died as he lived at the forefront of his men. He gave his life for his comrades and the parachute regiment, both of which meant so much to him. Although his passing is a sad day for us, every member of the unit counts themselves privileged to have known such a tower of strength, and we all are deeply honoured to have served alongside him.
Man. Exact Taliban losses during the operation are unknown, but it was confirmed that a senior leader was killed by the SBS inside the farmhouse. So, man, they got a high-value target out of it. They did a job well done. Got the hostage out alive. Tough. So not only did the journalist, get the SBS member killed, he also got 2 civilians, that were probably like woman and child, maybe, just in the house that they're held in, and they killed them on accident. Corporal John Harrison, man, R.I.P. R.I.P. Ready for anything is the motto of the parachute regiment. Tough. Yeah, man. That was a pretty crazy video, bro. But the SBS, that was a solid operation. I mean, RIP to the dude who died, man. But other than that, they got the hostage out alive. They did, and they accomplished what they set out to accomplish. Get the hostage out alive. And it's just a shame that we had to lose, it seemed like a really good leader, based off of what his boy said, man. But pretty crazy, bro. Let me know you guys' thoughts and feelings, man. How you guys feel about that reporter and stuff. You think, hey, it's just all part of his job, he's just a great journalist trying to, get the scoop? Or do you think he just needs to mind his own business, man? Public enemy number 1 type thing. Let me know in the comments. If you guys enjoyed this content, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment, man. anything, bro. Let me know what you guys wanted me to react to, and I'll try to get to it. I love you guys, man. If you want to support the channel, links right here, links in the bio. Peace.